Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, readers of all persuasions. It is I, Gayla, and welcome back to Book Uncorked and Caffeinated. And it's yet another beautiful Sunday morning. I am chilling. I'm so happy it's a 3-day weekend. I went out yesterday, but today I'll be able to just chill and clean up my house. And then Monday, the day that we have off for Indigenous People Day, I'll be able just to sit back and read. But I'm going to talk about the books that I bought in the month of October so far. It is October 12th. So, that's why I said so far. Let's be honest. Let's call a thing a thing. It is what it is. Even though I have all these books behind me, there are new books, books that I've wanted before, books that were on sale. So, I bought them and I don't feel bad about it. So let's get started. The first two books I want to talk about is in a series. I am not gonna butcher this author's name, but these books are pretty famous. The book that I got is Before the Coffee Get Cold, and The Tales from the Cafe. These books were on sale on Amazon, and they're like 20 bucks in the bookstore, so it was on sale for like under $10, so I got them. I'm not going to even question the fact. But these books I've always wanted to read, didn't really know the premise of them, but what I have learned is that these books are, ooh, look at that, my nails. Ooh, don't talk about me. What I've learned is that these books are based on a mystical, magical cafe in Tokyo, Japan, and you are able to like go back in time and speak to relatives and people and loved ones, and talking about things of like regret and grief and those things you don't necessarily get to talk about with the loved ones who have gone on, or things you would like to have changed if you could have. And so this is a book series of 6. And so I bought these two, and I realized that there's one that is coming out in May, and then the other 3 are on sale as well. So I just put them in my cart, so I'll be getting those as well. So I'm probably going to start that series in the new year, because it seems like it's really a heartfelt series, even though it's about a mystical, magical place. But being able to go back and talk to relatives that have moved on, or thinking about things you could have done differently, I think is really deep. And I've heard good and bad reviews of these books, but I'm going to read them and inform my own decision. The next 2 books I bought, I think also I got from Amazon, is Emotionally Healthy Spiritually Day by Day. It is a 40-day journal. And I'm probably going to do this during Lent. I always have some kind of journal or day by day uplifting, spiritual, enhancing book that I read during this time. It comes with a book companion. I usually buy the book companion, but I think this time I'm just going to dive in with the journal and figure some things out. I'm always on a spiritual journey, good, bad, or indifferent, just to, feel good, make some decisions about my life, keep things into perspective. Along those lines, also, I picked up the book Elizabeth Gilbert, Big Magic Creative Living Beyond Fear. She is the author that wrote Eat, Pray, Love, which also inspired me to take my 30-day trip to Italy back in 2018. Italy is one of my favorite countries, and it was a birthday/graduation gift for myself. And so I spent a month in Italy, and it was super awesome. So this book is about just living and creating a life that you want through being a creative, and doing it without fear. And this whole space of YouTube for me is super new, and I still have some fears a year in later, because it's tech involved, it's new, it's something out of my norm, but it also involves what I love to do, which is read. So I'm taking on all those challenges. So I want to see what she has to say about moving through, the creative process and giving yourself permission to like fail and move forward. The next 2 books are by no other than Bernice L. McFadden. They were produce or publish because she wrote these books under her pen name, Geneva Holiday, back in the day. So A Fever and Groove. I think Groove is the first in the duology, and then Fever comes next. I was in the bookstore, Barnes and Noble, and I saw Fever, and I was like, this is the second book. And then I was like, there has to be a first one. So I looked on the actual shelf. So this book was on the table. This book was on the shelf. And when I buy books, if there's a duology, I'm a all or nothing type of gal. So I wanted both books. I said, oh, let's take a look at the shelf. And I did, so I bought both books. I'm super excited to read these. These are a part of her like erotica kind of writings. And I think that's also how she, why she wrote of a pen name, Geneva Holiday. Like, and I think I heard Lex Reed talked about how she used these books to kind of make like some quick cash because they are erotica and people tend to like spicy books and they will buy them and eat them up. So here we are. And then the last book that I bought is a holiday book, Christmas in the Evergreen. Bells Are Ringing, based on a Hallmark Channel original movie by Lacey Baker. And I bought this book because last year I bought Tracy Baker's No Place Like Home, and I didn't read it. And so it was like past the season that I would like to read. It was like past Christmas, and I was like, I'm not going to read this in January. So this is one of the first books I'm going to read for the season. And then it's not a follow-up to it, but this is her newest holiday read. So I'm going to read these two, but I actually bought this like a couple of days ago. So yeah, and it's Black author talking about holiday and the Christmas spirit, the holiday spirit. And I think what I'm going to do is probably read this first, especially if it's already on Hallmark, because I want to read the book before I watch the movie adaptation. I usually like to read the book before watching the movie or anything that's on the screen with the book. So yeah, that's it. I know I've seen kind of like whatever. It's just that it's a cozy day. I'm about to make my coffee. I haven't made my coffee as of yet. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna eat. I'm kind of on this journey of like health and wealth journey. And so I am doing the 75, not hard, but 75 soft. And so I'm just trying to get some things together on paper and then to have them materialize on what I do for my day-to-day. So yeah, that's where I'm at. If you want to know more about my 75 soft journey, just put it in the comments and I'll let you know. I'll make a little short about what I'm going to do for my 75 soft. But enjoy your Sunday. If you have Monday off, enjoy that Monday off. Do all the things you can now so you can just have a few hours to yourself and not work on your day off. That's your extra day off. So do all of the things, like, comment, subscribe, talk to me in the comments. What's going on? What are you reading? What are some new books that you have purchased in the last few days? And hopefully this will just be no part 1 and part 2, and I won't buy any more books during the month of October. I can't promise. But put down in the comment any books that you have purchased during this time. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.